Hello, this is Darren Olson, and today I'm going to discuss two community disasters that occurred in the United States. We'll talk about the impact of these two disasters from a human perspective, economic results, and discuss lessons learned. I'll be presenting the crisis response from the Iowa floods. I participated as a volunteer with an NGO in this disaster. My second disaster we'll be discussing is the tornado in Joplin, Missouri that happened in the spring of 2011. This crisis was significant because of the grave destruction it presented. Profile of the city of Joplin. It's located in Jasper County, Missouri, in the southwest corner of the state. Joplin has a population of 49,000, but during the daytime that swells to 270,000. The population in the 40-mile radius of Joplin is 400,000, making it Missouri's fourth largest metropolitan area. Joplin area is located what's known as Tornado Alley. On Sunday, May 22nd, cold and warm fronts clashed throughout the central United States, creating a supercell thunderstorm. The National Weather Service Forecast Office in Springfield, Missouri, issued a tornado warning for Joplin at 6:17 p.m., providing residents less than 24 minutes of lead time in advance of the tornado. This EF tornado touched down in Joplin with winds in the excess of 200 miles per hour. The impact of this tornado was catastrophic. Loss of life and destruction in a 6-mile track through Joplin. The tornado killed 161 people and injured another 1,371, making it the deadliest U.S. tornado since 1947. This EF5 tornado destroyed 4,380 homes and damaged an additional 3,884. The Joplin tornado response offers an opportunity to identify whole community contributions and solutions to a catastrophic incident. This tornado overwhelmed the capabilities of the city of Joplin and Jasper County. The whole community responded to Joplin and Jasper County in their hour of need. This only transpired because of their preparation partnerships that had been developed through federal, state, local, voluntary, and non-profit profit entities. One of the strengths of this response was what the EMS and medical personnel throughout Joplin, Missouri did. The St. John's Medical Center suffered catastrophic damage, resulting in 6 fatalities, the complete loss of power, flooding, and natural gas leaks. The damage to St. John's Center forced medical and EMS personnel to adopt creative and ad hoc solutions to treat the massive number of injured. Additional medical response assets became arriving in Joplin to support the provision of medical care within 24 hours. An area for improvement, the very large amount of mutual aid benefited Joplin response operations, but it also presented several challenges as well. Many responders self-dispatched to Joplin and began performing tasks without coordinating with local incident command. Second, some responders lacked the equipment and training to conduct operations, particularly in search and rescue safely and effectively. Freelancing by responders and volunteers also raised potential safety issues during search operations. Another area for improvement was the difficulties encountered by the federal, state, and local entities after the Joplin tornado was a need for refinement of mass fatality planning operations. In some cases, response personnel, volunteers, and even citizens were enlisted to participate in the recovery of bodies despite not having any fatality management training at all. Further, some FEMA and other disaster workers may not have been prepared for performing these difficult tasks after a mass casualty incident. One of the successes of the response was the Joplin Humane Society and Joplin Animal Control established an animal shelter on college campus. This shelter was co-located with the American Red Cross shelter, which allowed tornado victims to be sheltered with their pets. The next catastrophe I will be talking about is Iowa flood of 2008. It was a hydrological event involving most of the rivers in eastern Iowa, beginning around June 8, 2008, and ending about July 1st. Flooding continued on the upper Mississippi River in the southeastern portion of the state for several more days. The impact of the Cedar Rapids flood was incredible. Lessons learned. Communication. The single best operational picture available across public and private sectors during the flood response was the existing State of Iowa Situation Report, or commonly known as a SITREP. This SITREP was developed at frequent intervals and was generously served. SITREPs and media releases from Iowa State Emergency Operations Centers to all stakeholders during the flood was essential. The value of this report in setting common understanding and dispelling rumors cannot be overstated. One area of improvement would be the expansion of the existing State of Iowa SITREP to include private sector effects and priority information needs. Resource coordination. There was limited coordination of resources across county boundaries and between emergency operations centers until coordinated at the state emergency center level. It's recommended a regional resource coordination capability happen, such as a logistical support area concept should be developed to better coordinated resources in large disasters. Bundling of similar requests, combining transportation and storage, and coordinating deployment could enhance the statewide capability to respond. Education for private sector on effective disaster assistance is needed. Leadership in some private sector businesses were eager to assist the affected community statewide, but were unsure of how to offer assistance with the established command system. Private sector organizations should prepare template plans for activating and managing employees for volunteer work. After review of these two disasters, it indicates that the role of the whole community partnership enhanced the communication and coordination throughout these unprecedented disasters. This presentation has identified multiple opportunities for improvement for future catastrophes. The public and private sectors interface was excellent in both of these massive disasters, providing a springboard for success in future joint responses. Here are my references. Thank you.